Before you enter any trade, there are 8 simple checks that can help you avoid emotional decisions. Today, I'll show you the checklist every trader should understand before clicking buy or sell. You'll learn how to check the trend, support and resistance, market condition, your entry reason, stop loss, take profit, and whether the trade is actually worth the risk. Many traders do not lose only because their strategy is bad. They lose because they enter without a proper plan. They see a candle moving fast, and they rush in. They see price going up and they quickly buy. They see price dropping, and they quickly sell. But after they enter, they suddenly realize they did not check the trend. They did not mark the next support or resistance. They did not know where the stop loss should be, and they did not even know where they wanted to take profit. That is not trading. That is guessing. So in this lesson, I want to show you a simple checklist you can use before entering any trade. If you are new here, subscribe to AFTechTrades for clear and practical trading lessons. The first thing you should check is the overall trend. Before you even think about buying or selling, ask yourself, what is the market mainly doing? Is price mostly moving upward? Is price mostly moving downward? Or is price just moving sideways? This is important because the trend gives you the bigger picture. If price is making higher highs and higher lows, the market may be in an uptrend. That means buyers are mostly in control, and buying pullbacks may make more sense than trying to sell every small drop. If price is making lower highs and lower lows, the market may be in a downtrend. That means sellers are mostly in control, and selling pullbacks may make more sense than trying to buy every small bounce. But if price is moving sideways, that is different. A sideways market means price is not clearly trending. It may be moving between support and resistance. In that type of market, entering in the middle can be dangerous because price may not have a clear direction. A common beginner mistake is looking at only one candle. Price prints one strong bullish candle and they buy immediately. But when they zoom out, they realize the market is still in a downtrend. That bullish candle was only a small pullback inside a bigger selling market. Another beginner mistake is selling just because one candle is red, even though the market is still making higher highs and higher lows. This is why you must check the trend first. The trend does not mean every trade will win, but it helps you avoid fighting the main direction for no reason. Before you enter, ask yourself, am I trading with the main direction, against the main direction, or inside a sideways market? That one question can stop you from taking many weak trades. The second thing you should check is support and resistance. Support is an area where price has reacted upward before. Resistance is an area where price has reacted downward before. Think of support as an area where buyers have shown interest before. Think of resistance as an area where sellers have shown interest before. Before entering a trade, look left on your chart. Where did price stop and bounce before? Where did price struggle before? Where did price reverse before? Where did price break and retest before? These areas matter because price often reacts around important levels. For example, imagine price is moving upward and you want to buy. But directly above your entry, there is a strong resistance level where price has rejected several times before. That means you may be buying into a danger area. Price may move only a little, hit resistance, and reverse against you. Now imagine price is falling and you want to sell. But directly below your entry, there is a strong support level where price has bounced before. You may be selling too close to support, and price may reject that level. A good trade needs space to move. This is why support and resistance are so important. They help you understand where price may struggle, where price may react, and where your trade may have a better chance to move. But remember, support and resistance are not perfect lines. They are areas. Price can slightly break them and still react, so do not treat them like magic. Use them as decision zones. Before you enter any trade, ask yourself, am I entering near a good level, or am I entering directly into a dangerous area? The third thing you should check is the market condition. This is where many traders make mistakes. They learn one setup, and they try to use that same setup in every market. But the market does not behave the same way every day. Sometimes the market is trending. Sometimes it is ranging. Sometimes it is slow and choppy. Sometimes it is moving with strong momentum. A trending market is when price is clearly moving in one direction. In an uptrend, price keeps pushing higher. In a downtrend, price keeps pushing lower. A ranging market is when price is trapped between support and resistance. It moves up, hits resistance, comes down, hits support, and repeats. A choppy market is when price is messy. It moves up and down without clean direction. In this condition, many entries can fail because there is no clear momentum. Before you enter, ask yourself, what type of market am I looking at? If the market is trending, you may not want to fight the trend. You may want to wait for a pullback and enter in the direction of the trend. If the market is ranging, you may not want to buy in the middle or sell in the middle. You may want to wait for price to reach support or resistance first. If the market is choppy, the best trade may be no trade. This is important because a setup that works in a trending market may fail in a ranging market. And a setup that works in a range may fail when the market starts trending strongly. So before asking, should I buy or sell, ask yourself, what condition is the market in right now? A trader who understands market condition will avoid forcing the wrong strategy at the wrong time. The fourth thing you should check is whether the setup is actually clear. A good trade should be easy to explain. If you need too many excuses to justify the trade, it may not be a clean setup. Many traders already decide that they want to enter. Then they start searching for reasons to support that decision. They say the trend is good, but the level is not clear. They say support is near, but the market condition is bad. They say the candle looks strong, but the stop loss is too far. They keep forcing the trade because they want to be in the market. That is dangerous. A clean setup should answer simple questions. What is the direction? Where is the level? Why am I entering here? Where is my stop loss? Where is my target? Is the reward worth the risk? If you cannot answer those questions clearly, the trade is not ready. You do not need to trade every move. You do not need to catch every candle. Sometimes the market will move without you, and that is okay. The goal is not to be in every trade. The goal is to be in better trades. So before you enter, ask yourself, is this a real setup, or am I forcing it because I am impatient? If the setup is not clear, wait. Waiting is also a trading decision. The fifth thing you should check is your entry reason. Before you click buy or sell, you should know exactly why you are entering. Not because you feel price will go up. Not because you feel price will drop. Not because someone posted a signal. Not because you are afraid of missing out. You need a clear entry reason. For example, your entry reason could be that price is in an uptrend, price pulled back to support, and buyers started to show strength again. Another example is that price is in a downtrend, price pulled back to resistance, and sellers started to reject that level. Another example is that price broke above a key level, came back to retest it, and then continued upward. The point is, your entry must be based on something you can explain. A good test is this. Before you enter, ask yourself, can I explain this trade in one sentence? For example, I am buying because the market is in an uptrend, price has pulled back to support, and I have a clear stop loss below the level. That is a clear reason. But if your answer is, I think it will go up because it looks strong, that is not enough. Your entry reason protects you from emotional trading. It keeps you from chasing candles. It keeps you from entering just because the market is moving fast. Before every trade, pause and ask yourself, what is my exact reason for entering here? If there is no clear reason, do not enter. The sixth thing you should check is your stop loss. This is one of the most important parts of trading. Many beginners think about profit first. They imagine how much they can make. They think about the target. They think about the money. But serious traders think about risk first. Before you enter any trade, you must know where your trade idea is wrong. That is where the stop loss should be. If you are buying because price is holding support, your stop loss should be placed where that support idea becomes invalid. If you are selling because price is rejecting resistance, your stop loss should be placed where that selling idea becomes invalid. The stop loss should not be random. It should not be placed anywhere just because you want a small loss. It should be connected to the structure of the chart. A common mistake is placing the stop loss too tight. The trader wants to risk less, so they put the stop loss very close to entry. But normal market movement can hit that stop loss before price moves in the right direction. Another mistake is placing the stop loss too far because the trader does not want to lose. This can make the risk too big. Another dangerous mistake is moving the stop loss after entering. Price moves against the trader, and instead of accepting the plan, they move the stop loss farther away. That can turn a small controlled loss into a large loss. You must decide your stop loss before entering. You must accept the risk before entering. If the stop loss is too large, reduce your lot size. If the risk is still too much, skip the trade. Never enter first and think about risk later. The seventh thing you should check is your take profit. Before you enter, you should know where you want to take profit. Many traders enter a trade with no exit plan. When price moves in their favor, they become confused. They do not know whether to close, hold, or wait for more. Then emotions take over. If price moves a little in profit, they close too early because they are afraid to lose. If price moves close to the target, they become greedy and hold too long. If price reverses, they regret not closing earlier. A take profit plan helps you avoid this confusion. Your target should be based on the chart. If you are buying, where is the next resistance? Where did price reject before? Where is the next area where sellers may appear? If you are selling, where is the next support? Where did price bounce before? Where is the next area where buyers may appear? Your take profit should be realistic. Do not choose a target just because you want big money. Choose a target because the chart gives you a reason. Sometimes the best target is the next support or resistance. Sometimes the best target is the previous high or previous low. Sometimes the best target is a clean level where price has reacted before. Before entering, ask yourself, where is the logical place to take profit? If you cannot find a realistic target, the trade may not be worth taking. The eighth thing you should check is risk to reward. Risk to reward means comparing what you are risking with what you could possibly make. For example, if you are risking $20 to make $40, that is 1 to 2 risk to reward. If you are risking $20 to make $60, that is 1 to 3 risk to reward. But if you are risking $50 to make $10, the trade is not attractive. You are risking too much for too little reward. This is very important because you do not need to win every trade to grow as a trader. But your winning trades must make sense compared to your losing trades. Imagine a trader wins 5 trades, but each win is very small. Then one loss comes and wipes out all the profit. That trader may feel like they are winning often, but the account is not growing because the risk to reward is poor. Now imagine another trader who does not win every trade, but the winning trades are bigger than the losing trades. That trader can still have a better result because the risk is controlled and the reward is worth it. Before entering, look at your stop loss and your take profit together. Ask yourself, if this trade wins, is the reward enough? If this trade loses, is the loss controlled? Is this trade worth the risk? If the possible reward is too small compared to the risk, skip the trade. A good trader does not only search for entries, a good trader searches for good risk. Now let's put everything together. Before entering a trade, start with the trend. Ask yourself if price is moving up, moving down, or moving sideways. Then mark support and resistance. Look for the areas where price reacted before. Next, check the market condition. Is the market trending, ranging, or choppy? After that, ask if the setup is clear. Can you explain the trade without forcing it? Then define your entry reason. Why exactly are you entering here? Next, place your stop loss where the trade idea becomes invalid. Then choose your take profit based on the next logical area on the chart. Finally, check the risk. Trading is not about entering every opportunity. Trading is about knowing which opportunities to leave alone. Many times, your best decision will be to do nothing. Doing nothing can protect your account. Doing nothing can stop emotional losses. Doing nothing can help you wait for a cleaner setup. If this lesson is helping you, like the video, share it with another trader, and subscribe to AFTechTrades for more simple trading education. Let's do a quick example. Imagine the market is moving upward. Price is making higher highs and higher lows. That tells you the overall trend is bullish. Then price pulls back to a previous support level. You look left and you see that price has reacted from that area before. Now you check the market condition. The market is not sideways. It is still trending upward, but it is currently pulling back. Next, you ask if the setup is clear. The answer is yes. The trend is up, price has pulled back to support, and there is a possible reason to buy. Then you define your entry reason. You are not buying randomly. You are buying because price is in an uptrend and has returned to a support area. Next, you place your stop loss below the support level, because if price breaks strongly below that support, your idea may be wrong. Then you plan your take profit near the next resistance or previous high, because that is where price may react. Finally, you check the risk to reward. If your stop loss is small and your target is at least twice your risk, the trade may be worth considering. Now compare that with a bad trade. Price is moving sideways. You do not know the trend. You did not mark support or resistance. You enter in the middle of the range because one candle looks strong. You place a random stop loss. You do not know your target. And when price moves against you, you panic. That is the difference between a planned trade and an emotional trade. The checklist will not make every trade win. No checklist can do that. But the checklist gives you structure. It helps you avoid entering randomly. It helps you think like a trader, not like a gambler. So before your next trade, slow down. Do not ask only, should I buy or sell? Ask better questions. What is the trend? Where is support? Where is resistance? What is the market condition? Is the setup clear? What is my entry reason? Where is my stop loss? Where is my take profit? Is the risk to reward worth it? If you can answer these questions clearly, you are making a more professional decision. If you cannot answer them clearly, then waiting may be the best trade. This is AFTechTrades. Trade with patience, trade with structure, and always protect your capital. We have come to the end of this video. If you found it helpful, do well to like, share, and subscribe to AFTechTrades. In the next video, I will show you how to place stop loss and take profit properly so you can protect your trades and manage risk better. Before you go, remember this video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Trading involves risk, so always do your own analysis, manage your risk carefully, and make your own trading decisions. This is AFTechTrades. I will see you in the next lesson.